Hey everyone, this is Martin here, and it's nice to see you here watching. So today is February 19, and it's been a year since I beat cancer, which means I am a cancer survivor, and I am so happy and blessed to be alive still and not have had a relapse in this year that I have been recovering, and I'm just so blessed and so happy and proud of myself for fighting and everything. And for those of you who don't know, I had leukemia. I got it in November 2012. Uh, the type of leukemia I had was ALL, which stands for acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and I fought through it all the way to last year in February 19th, so like 2.5 years or 3. It was really difficult to go through it. My mom wasn't here when I got it. She was in Mexico. She had an emergency with with my half brother in Mexico, so she went to go see him, and during that time I got cancer, so she wasn't there, but it's not her fault. It's no one's fault. The doctors don't even know how I got the cancer, and it's just something that stands as a mystery. And so after I got the cancer, obviously they put like this one tube here. It's not a tube, it's like this Metaport thing. It's this little thing where they poke you, it goes above the heart, and they put the chemo and all the chemicals, and they draw blood from there so they don't have to poke you here. And that happened, so immediately once I was diagnosed, the very next day in the morning I had surgery to get that put in me and start getting the chemo as soon as possible. And I went to the Oakland Children's Hospital, which is an amazing hospital, which I love so much because the people there are so wonderful. They treat you amazingly well, not like other hospitals which have really mean nurses and stuff like that. I mean, I did have one mean nurse once, but that's about it. Everyone is super nice, super gentle, and it was just amazing. It was not an amazing experience, I should say. It was a good experience being in the hospital but not having the cancer, and all that. In 2013, on Father's Day, I had like kind of like a relapse type of thing, but I had like a toxicity incident, which means like poisoned by a medication allergic reaction type of thing. One of the chemotherapies got in my body. My body did not handle it well, so I ended up not being able to move or talk for a week. And then after that I slowly got back into it. Like, I started like trying to talk because I couldn't talk at all. I had to have speech therapy, I had to have physical therapy and occupational therapy, and all of those therapies just helped me with my speech, my trying to move, and my like trying to walk and everything. I had to like start all over because that was just like being reborn again, and that was like one of my hardest parts in having cancer, because it was just so difficult for me to restart my life. And being a teenager, it was just overwhelming to have cancer and have disabilities and all these things. It was just so hard. Sometimes people don't understand what I go through on a daily basis still, because I have disabilities, and it's just so hard to go through life. But my motivators were my family, and especially my mom. She would always talk to me and she would always tell me, Martin, you can't be negative in life, because if you're always negative, you're not going to get through this. she would be my motivator, and I would motivate myself and push myself to be better and do better in my physical everyday life. And eventually, after 3 months, I did get out of the hospital. I still couldn't walk. I would use the wheelchair, but I was like in the middle of like being in a wheelchair and using a walker, so that's what I did. Once I started school, I totally didn't want to be in a wheelchair because, I didn't want to be that kid that was in the wheelchair. So I just pushed myself to be so much better and just try and be I just really wanted to be in my best physical shape. Um, I was just so insecure when I couldn't walk at all. People would stare. My legs were really skinny. They still are, but they're not that skinny as before. School was hard, but I had a writing aid, which they were so amazing, both of them. They would always be so nice. One of them would always bring me lunch and Starbucks and stuff like that because I would always fall asleep in math and other classes. And then she could only stay 1 year, and then I got another writing aid, which was the best. She's an amazing person. She helped me out so much, and every teacher also like tried and helped me out. So school was not so bad of an experience, but no one, like, students there wouldn't really like talk to me as much. I guess I just wasn't as talkative as I am now because I wasn't confident. I was a shy person. I would hang out with my friends, and it was just a small group, which is okay. But yeah, that was school. And then after that, I just kept getting better, and I finally graduated. And by then my hair grew back, because before, like during summers, my hair would fall off during summers, which was extremely weird. And like senior year, I didn't have hair and I was bald, so I had to take my senior portrait bald, and I really didn't like that. When you're taking medications, they bloat your cheeks out too, so like I felt so gross because my cheeks were big and then my head is small, and then I was bald, so like all you saw was my cheeks being bigger and then my head, which is small. So yeah, that happened. But losing your hair isn't so bad, but of course when you first lose it, you're a little freaked out because you just like touch your hair and like a bunch of it falls off and it just like freaks you out. So yeah, it's not a big deal, like after you're kind of used to it, but like when it first happens, you do get freaked out. And then so I did graduate. My hair grew back by then because I stopped taking medications because I ended everything. And I'm just so happy and so blessed right now to be alive and be this far in life, and I kind of have a clue of what I want to do with my life and stuff like that. So I'm really grateful to be here today and alive and so energetic than before. It's just so amazing to be alive. And then my biggest pet peeve would be when people take their life for granted and then don't see that other people are facing difficult times more than them. So that's my biggest pet peeve, when people complain about their life and how little small things are attacking them. And I've been through all that, so it's just like I don't complain about my life. So it's just like if small things they happen, I can't really do anything about them. So right now my life is just like, okay, it happened, okay, let it go. Just keep on living, that's all you can do in life, is keep living and make the best out of a situation. So yeah, that's my little update on you guys on my cancer story, and I hope you guys like this video. Comment any questions you have below and I will get back to you. Like this video, subscribe to me for more weekly videos, and that's it. Bye, you guys.
Stronger than I've ever been.